The accessories that come with the Brother 1034D are in the little Ziploc bag. Now, what's nice about a serger is there's not a lot of accessories you actually need. But let me show you what does come with it. First off, you are going to notice you have 4 spool cones. Now, let me explain what these are for. So if you get some of the cones that have a really, really wide base here, these will stabilize the spool so they're not rolling around while you're serging. It's amazing how fast you can get your machine going, and then these start to vibrate quite a bit. This will keep everybody nice and secure and held in place. Now, you'll notice what is actually on the machines when it comes with the smaller spools of thread, and we'll talk about thread too, is these little discs. So if you're using more of a spool that is a traditional spool and not a cone, these can actually go on top and kind of keep the thread nicely twirling off a regular spool. And I'll teach you when you want to use smaller spools and when to use the bigger spools and really help cut down on all the threads that you'll be buying. You really don't need as much as you probably think. Next in the accessory bag, and if this is not as glamorous to keep all your things in, maybe make yourself a little zippered bag. Oh wait, we're going to show you how to make a zippered bag on this serger. Yes, you can serge a zipper in. So we'll link over to that video here. So if you ever see these little eyes coming up at the top of your YouTube channel, see that little eye there? That will be a link to a video that I am referencing, and a lot of times the links will be in the description as well. So keep in mind that if you ever see one of those, that it'll take you to the video I'm talking about. Okay, these are thread nets. Now, thread nets are more for spools that if for any reason they want to slide, the thread wants to slide down the cone and puddle, these little thread nets gently hold on to the thread. You put it over the cone, or actually slip them in underneath, and then it'll keep the thread nicely coming up and not getting caught underneath. So you do have 4 of those. That's quite generous. Needles, let's talk needles. The needles for the Brother serger are actually the same needles that you put in your sewing machine. Now, there is a size limit or a recommendation that you don't go smaller than a 70 or larger than a 90. But if you're sewing denim fabric on this serger, reach for your denim needles from your sewing machine and put them on. They'll have a sharper point, for example. If you're doing knit fabrics, put a ballpoint needle in. It's nice that you don't have to run to the store and try to find specialty serger needles. They're the same as your sewing machine. Your tweezers, you're going to watch me use these quite a bit. They're like the little extension of my fingers as I thread or kind of pull things through. These are my best friend, so always good to find my tweezers in the accessory box. We also have a video that will teach you how to clean and take care of your serger, so we'll show you that up close and personal. There is also a screw, well, it's not a screwdriver, but it's a hexagon, not a Torx, but what it will do is this is the one that loosens the needles, and so you can change your needle. So it's right at the top here. So I'll show you a little trick because there's only 1 screw on this serger to take out both needles. So like I said, don't lose that, but it's really handy. I'm saving the best for last because in this serger, I was surprised to find any accessory feet, let alone 2 accessory feet. My absolute favorite is the gathering foot, and it comes with this serger. I'll show you how you can gather a single layer and also a double layer of fabric, meaning 1 layer of fabric will be gathered and 1 will be gathered to the base fabric, or 1 will be the base fabric, and that will be gathered up. Then there is a multi-purpose foot, and it also has a guide, so it can kind of help keep you flowing the fabric at a nice even seam allowance. That's what I'm trying to say. So love to show you all these great accessory feet that also come with the serger. So we're about ready to thread up the serger, and just a little hint, when you're starting off, do you notice I have different colors of thread here? This will also make it easier for you to see on these videos which area and which thread is doing what part of the stitch. But it's a great idea to use the colors that match the serger. So I picked out a yellow, a pink, which could be red, a green, and a blue. And then that way, as you're learning your serger, you can see which thread goes where once you start to serge. And that's what the colors are kind of on the serger right now, as it is currently threaded up and ready to go. But let's get into how we need to set this machine up to get the best results.